Welcome to the ear-splittingly good Gadget Show.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness,
This time, Otis screams.
Whoa!
On the world's most surreal roller coaster.
I'm on a pink dragon! You're joking!
John screams at a Chromebook.
Ah, no Wi-Fi!
The whole room screams. When they meet online gaming legends Hat Films.
Let's do this!
Plus, Amy and I don't scream, but do speak German.
Mein Frau.
Deutsch.
Wunderpant.
Oh.
As we use tech to beat professional translators.
You know, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But let's kick things off with a bit of gadget help.
We are here to help.
We've got a number of solutions.
It's a wonderful thing.
Nice. We're over halfway through the series now, and so far we've helped a lad with his driving lessons.
What a good choice.
A bloke choose a new toy. A band choose a new instrument.
Great choice, guys.
A fella pick a new action camera. And an emotional young lad decide on a new PC gaming system.
Yes!
Why would you do that?
Great decision, my friend.
And as it's Halloween this week, we thought this time we'd go spooky.
Hi, Rob.
My name's Rob Daniels, and I'm a ghost hunter. I'm after a gadget, a bit of kit, something that'll help me in my quest. I'm looking at around £300 max budget, unless my wife's watching, and then around £50. Please, can you help?
To meet Rob, we all headed down into the spooky cellars of Gadget HQ.
Guys, why am I leading? I don't...
Because I don't want to go
I'm
down
not
first.
a fan. Hold on, mind the stairs, guys.
Really dark.
And smoky.
Yeah, it must remind me to sort this smoke out
Yeah.
with the basement.
If someone was to suddenly appear, it'd be
I know,
really scary.
really scary, really scary.
Oh my God! Goodness, what is it? Oh,
it looks
It's Rob. It's Rob. It's Rob. All right, mate. How are you doing?
Jason, nice to meet you.
Hey, all right.
Okay, so we've got a really nice environment to showcase some ghost-busting tech. In fact, I'd like to go first if
I
it's
think
okay.
you should.
for it,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Step
Off
this
you
way,
go.
Rob.
Just be
This
careful
way.
as
Yeah,
you go.
Yeah, I will. Is that a dead... Oh, my...
that's
No, it's
fine.
not. It's all right. It's all right. It's not a dead body.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my lunchbox. Sorry about that. I'll just get it.
Okay, Rob, take a pew. This is Boo Buddy, okay?
Right.
Boo Buddy is the only one of his kind. He helps to detect the spirits of children, okay? Who, as children, would normally be a bit apprehensive about coming forward. Hidden inside Boo Buddy are sensors which monitor changes in electromagnetic fields, motion, temperature, and vibration. If I disturb his position, what Boo Buddy will do is wait for a while and then use one of his 40 different questions or statements.
Could you please say it again?
Okay? He'll do it in a way that a child may find non-confrontational.
Does it record this anywhere?
It won't record
Right.
it. If you've got all your
So-
cameras and stuff set up,
Yep.
and Boo Buddy detects a change of some kind, he will ask a question that should then prompt you to be ready.
What the changes?
Warm in here?
There you go. So what do you think?
It's definitely interesting. We have used similar type of toys before, but not with all the sensors and bits and pieces to try and measure what's going on.
That tickles.
Didn't touch him.
Can I just say...
Didn't touch him.
Because it occurs to me that there is some paranormal activity going on here in the Gadget catacombs, because he thought someone was holding his hand, there was a temperature change, and someone just tickled him.
Yep.
Well, I didn't touch him.
I know I didn't touch him.
And I didn't touch him. Where is Amy?
Where is Amy?
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 Rob, come here, quick, I've got something good for you. Very simple, this one. It's a thermal imaging camera
Right.
called the FLIR 1.
The FLIR 1 plugs into any compatible phone or tablet, but instead of taking pictures, it detects heat. As paranormal activity is often accompanied by a change in temperature, it's perfect for spotting ghoulish goings-on.
It's the kind of thing I'd like to use, but they've always been a bit expensive.
Ah, this is well within your budget.
Right.
It can go from -20 to +120. So good temperature range.
Good range.
Obviously bright white, Yellow is the heat, the hot, and then the purple and blues are the cold.
Yeah.
It doesn't use your phone's battery either. So what do you reckon? Do you think that could be quite handy for you?
It could be very useful, yes. Put your hand on the table behind.
There's a spider. OK.
And then have a
hands on
look.
the table.
Take your hand away.
OK, cold table. Wow, yeah. So I guess you could detect if
somebody's been touching something, if somebody's moved an object, or if you walked into an empty room that nobody'd been in and you found a handprint like that.
Whoa, yeah,
then it
you
gets
know
interesting.
someone's been there.
Hi, Rob. Sorry, Matt, I didn't mean to make you jump. Just come over. Right, I'd like to show you the 360 puck. This has been designed, put together, prototyped by a bunch of like-minded spirit hunters like your good self. They've put together several technologies into quite an interesting package that they call full spectrum, OK?
The 360 Puck's cameras have been adapted to record light all the way from the infrared range to ultraviolet, hence the term full spectrum.
As you know, the sorts of things that you're hunting out, the apparitions, the sightings, don't always happen in the visible part of the spectrum, do they? You'll also notice these modules here. Now, each of these can be purchased separately, OK, and then added and stacked up. First of all, this laser grid emitter. Now, this is really interesting. You might see the grid structure. You can see it on here. It's a laser grid, right? The idea there is if something invisible was to pass between the emission and that box, you would, in the way that you can see my hand, quite clearly see it change. You could also work out the size of the object and the distance of it. So that's the laser grid. Below it are a bunch of infrared emitters. Now, they're currently emitting light, but because infrared is not in the visible part of the spectrum, us humans can't see it, even though the light is being cast. These cameras can, and it enables the cameras to see in extremely low light conditions. Effectively, it's night vision.
Certainly an interesting idea. We've experimented with laser grids in the past, but never
Have you?
combined with other bits and pieces. Yes, just a handheld unit, just pointing into a room or left on a table, but never as part of a setup like this.
It's a serious piece of kit.
So, decision time. Having seen all three of our offerings, Rob now had to choose which one he wanted to connect to his ghoulies.
Rob, you've seen all our bits of kit. We'd like a decision, please. Which was your favourite?
It's a very difficult decision. I like bits of all three. I think I've finally come up with one, though. So the gadget I'm going to go with is Amy's thermal imaging.
Yes, here you are. There's the FLIR, the thermal imaging camera. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Did you take my friends away?
Happy ghost hunting, Rob.
Before the break, here's a quick peek at a pet-friendly Kickstarter project. The Pooch Selfie, seriously, solves the first world problem of your pup not posing for pics. Dogs, as everyone knows, are magnetically drawn to tennis balls, and the Pooch Selfie uses that attraction to ensure doggy picture perfection every time. If you think it's barking mad, over 1,000 backers disagree.
Right, after the break, it's all the G's. Google gadgets, German gadgets,
Not a clue.
and G-forces. Got it? Good.
First, the weather in the Midlands.
We're now in Coventry.
Very rainy. Temperatures from -20 to +120.
So, pack a brolly and some weapons-grade sun cream. Next, it's John.
Ah, no Wi-Fi!
And he's been looking at Chromebooks, which are internet-based, don't you know?
Since 2011, Chromebook sales have gone from strength to strength, but it's been largely an American success story.
Worldwide, 7 million Chromebooks will be sold this year, and a massive 84% of those will be bought in the United States of America. One reason for their popularity is their low price. They can be as little as a fifth of the cost of a MacBook. The basic Chrome operating system makes them simpler than traditional laptops, and it favours cloud storage instead of a large hard drive. But they do need an internet connection to work properly.
So my question is, can Chromebooks be successful in the United Kingdom? Well, I'm here in Oxford, testing this Chromebook to find out.
Oxford is one of 22 super-connected cities in the UK that shared £150 million of government money aimed at increasing public Wi-Fi access.
And the connection speed is great.
Today I'm visiting the Natural History Museum, one of 40 public buildings in Oxford with free Wi-Fi, to put my Chromebook through its paces.
I'll be testing this Acer C720p Chromebook, which was the best-selling Chromebook in the UK last year. It's got an 11-inch screen, 16 gigabytes of internal memory, and a claimed battery life of 8.5 hours.
And I won't be testing Chromebooks on my own. My tech testers have each been living with a different Chromebook for a week to see how it fits into their lives. So, what were their first impressions?
Manual, no one needs manuals, no one cares about that.
Designer Gavin is going large with an Acer Chromebook 15, the first Chromebook to have a 15.6-inch high-definition wide-angle screen.
That looks rad. Impressed with how it looks with video.
Full-time mum, Sam, has got a Google Pixel, the most expensive and highest-spec Chromebook that money can buy.
It's very beautiful. Feels very, very nice.
Married couple Daniela and Mike will be sharing an Asus Chromebook Flip, which can be used in laptop or tablet mode thanks to its 360-degree hinge.
The keyboard's disabled. That I like.
And finally, school improvement advisor Joanna has the Acer Chromebook 11, the cheapest Chromebook on the market, costing just £180.
Wow, it's looking good. It seems fairly sturdily built.
And first, let's boot the Chromebook up. Now, because there's very little operating system software on the Chromebook itself, boot up is staggeringly quick.
1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant, 4 elephant, 5 elephant, 6 elephant, 7. Within 7 elephants, it comes up with the login screen.
Whoa, that was really quick.
Now we were all booted up, we could start putting the Chromebooks to the test.
First thing to do is connect to Wi-Fi, because the Chromebook is essentially web-based.
And the tech testers were connecting to their home Wi-Fi.
Setup-wise, that is brilliant.
I've just popped in my password and we had 3 seconds to connect.
So far, so good.
In the museum, it wasn't going quite so smoothly for me.
So, lots of details to enter: first name, last name, email, lots of boxes to tick. Have I read the terms and conditions? Yes. It's going to get very tedious if I have to do this everywhere I go with my Chromebook. But we're there now, let's get on with it.
Now I was connected, it was time to explore the museum and start trying out the online apps.
Right, there's a camera app on here. I'll open that up and take a picture with this Tyrannosaurus mouth.
My idea was to take this photograph.
Very unflattering, I think. Excellent.
Download an app in order to edit it.
And one here called Polar, 2 R's.
And then tweet it.
Well, so far, all this internet coming and going is actually really going quite well. I mean, obviously, the connection here is good. And a tweet. Actually, a pleasant surprise that it can cope with pictures, which are reasonably large files, so easily. Good.
My tech testers were also trying out the various apps. Sam was exploring Chrome's free Microsoft Office-like programs.
I've found the Google Sheets app. It actually gives you some ideas for the spreadsheet, which is nice. I'd use all of those.
Gavin was putting voice control to good use.
OK, Google, the Gadget Show. And it brings me up the Gadget Show. That's super good.
While Daniela and Mike had found an issue with using a Chromebook as a media centre.
Given this has got limited memory, I'm not sure how many of their movies that I could actually download onto the device.
And they did have a point.
Now, you might find the lack of internal storage rather restrictive if you use a Chromebook as the basis for your whole digital life. However, unlike an iPad, you can easily connect external storage through USB or indeed put a memory card in the memory card slot.
So far, the tech testers and I had found that the Chrome OS and its apps were easy to navigate and enjoyable to use. But they all depended on a good Wi-Fi connection. So, next we hit the streets to see how much use the Chromebooks were when they had to rely solely on free Wi-Fi hotspots.
We're just out and about now and we're looking for a Wi-Fi network. Unfortunately, we can't pick anything up.
I'm in the City of London, there's quite a lot of Wi-Fi hotspots, but trying to get a steady one is almost impossible.
Coffee shops like this provide free Wi-Fi, in this case a BT Open Zone hotspot. But hotspots can come with connection speed and time limitations.
Okay, we've just stopped for coffee and we're sharing some photos with a friend. They are taking a little while to load.
I've been around to a few places today and this is the first time it's maintained its wireless connection.
And you can't always get free Wi-Fi. This Holiday Inn charges £16 for 24 hours access. That's 8% of the cost of the Chromebook itself. At those prices, I certainly won't be logging on, and it really limits the Chromebook's usability.
Without the internet, the Chrome OS will still work, but with limited functionality. You can still upload media onto your device using a USB stick, though, and prepare emails to be sent once you're back online. In summary, the tech testers and I generally liked the Chromebooks when we were surrounded by strong Wi-Fi, but the lack of good Wi-Fi hotspots here in the UK means we're not going to be buying one just yet.
For me, as an individual, as a designer, I couldn't use it. If you don't rely on it for any apps and you just use a computer for doing, word processing and all that stuff, it's a big thumbs up.
Chromebook's not too bad. It's the UK Wi-Fi connections. They're just hopeless.
And that could explain why the UK has been so slow to adopt the Chromebook thus far.
However, according to some predictions, by 2018 there'll be a staggering 14 million public Wi-Fi hotspots here in the UK. If that happens, I can really see Chromebooks taking off.
Thanks, John. We'll put Chromebooks on our Christmas list then, for next year. Now it's the first part of our Versus Challenge, where Amy and Jason use translation tech to take on two professional interpreters. Bon chance, guys. You're gonna need it.
What? The contest involved a scary but totally fictional German businessman.
Schönen guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren.
I'd have to translate his German briefing into English.
Candy bars.
But first, I had to produce an English version of a German document he'd written.
For a meeting. What could be quite exciting.
Monica Bloxham, who translates for the UN, was my rival.
Sprechen Sie nicht so gut Deutsch?
That sounded
I
good,
think
though.
that means I can't speak German, but I don't know.
Clearly, we needed help.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Hallo, ich studiere an der Universität Birmingham.
I tested a range of translating apps.
Hello, I am studying at the University of Memmingen.
With some modern language students at Birmingham University. But while they'd be useful on holiday, they weren't sophisticated enough for me.
Boats and in months, Farden want morning.
Even the tried and tested Google Translate proved unreliable.
As I awful be true, cries now the Duchess, bit tears, tears. Oh.
Luckily, I had some proper hardware up my sleeve.
Now this is the World Pen Scan.
It reads up to 200 languages and sends the translation straight to your computer.
Wait till it glows green and move it over your piece of text.
Okay.
It let me accurately target the words I wanted to translate.
Okay.
Nicely done, partner.
And the result mostly made sense.
Here we go. My feet in bed at night often begun to bum or to hurt, so I did not even once.
With the less trashy text of a business document, I hoped it would work fine.
You know, in the right context, I think that we can get some results.
So I went into battle.
Monica, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Amy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You don't talk into it, otherwise good. 3, 2, 1, interpret!
Monica and I had the exact same document to translate, written by the scary but fictional German boss.
Okay, for a meeting. What could be quite exciting.
The fictional boss's pretend advisor, who was really a final year German student called Mel, would decide whose translation was the most accurate.
Monica's fingers are on fire.
But my World Pen Scan turned the German into English at an incredible rate.
You've done so good. Yes!
Yes to the pen!
We had to wait 10 minutes until Monica was done too.
Why don't we just read a few lines from ours and compare them?
The vehicle is the last 5 years at a top-secret test facility, CA, being 80 kilometres northeast of saturated Francisco, next to a hamburger.
That's not exactly the same thing that I've got. The vehicle has been developed over the past 5 years at a secret site approximately 80 kilometres northeast of San Francisco, next to a hamburger joint near the Rio Vista Bridge.
I think we need to hand it over to Mel to get the final adjudication.
Monica was looking twitchy, and Mel's verdict was in.
Okay, it's actually really interesting because the pen is not as bad as I thought it would be, but some of the grammar is completely wrong. Monica has made a few errors as well.
Our hopes were raised. Could a simple pen make the entire translating profession obsolete?
As a German linguist, I'd probably be inclined to go for Monica's translation.
No, my techie translation was understandable, but Monica's was more human and had fewer basic errors.
But as a day-to-day use, the pen is obviously great.
I'd really love one of those pens. Can you imagine?
I think you and that pen would be dynamite.
So it's 1-0 to the pros. But find out how Jason gets on with his interpretation gadgets a bit later on.
I also sent me another thesis.
OK, right now we just have time to show you another bit of translation tech. The human-to-cat translator allows you to talk to your feline friend. All you have to do is speak into it, and the app translates what you've said into one of 175 pre-recorded cat phrases. But do be careful, because cats are notorious for taking things the wrong way. See?
If you want to find out more about all the tech featured in the show, or if you need some gadget help, log on to our wonderful website at channel5.com/gadget show, and you'll find all the info you need.
OK, still to come, we've got roller coasters.
Hey, we're going.
Oh, whoa. And YouTube legends Hat Films.
YouTube's changed our lives, hasn't it?
Yeah.
All waiting to burst onto your telly. So don't go any the Gadget Show, where Jason's revealing how he's going to make millions from a new gadget-based business.
By pushing into the new segment of scratching.
OK, Jason, maybe get some sleep. Making more sense are Amy and I. We're about to get in a spin about some brand new theme park tech.
Since they were first invented in 1884, roller coasters haven't changed much. It's more or less remained thrill seekers screaming loudly as they hurl around on iron rails.
But we've been to 2 different countries to see 2 innovations that could revolutionise the way we spin, roll and corkscrew.
You're joking!
I'm at the UK headquarters of a company that have taken roller coasters off the rails entirely.
While I'm in Germany at Europa Park, where they've added a whole new dimension to one of their rides, virtual reality.
Hey, Thomas.
Thomas Wagner is a virtual reality specialist who has turned this creaky old Alpine Express into something revolutionary.
It's a very good opportunity to do things on this ride that wouldn't be possible in the real world, like riding on a flying dragon and feeling all the motion, all the forces of a real roller coaster.
The ride uses a Samsung Gear headset, which communicates with the roller coaster via Bluetooth.
As you can see, it's basically a mobile phone that's powering the whole system.
Yep.
And you just plug it in, you put it on, and you're good to go. Just give it a try.
I can see a mouse.
Yeah, this is your mouse.
Yeah.
This is the character.
And an elephant.
Yeah.
VR on roller coasters has been tried before. But people tend to get ill because what you see only has to be slightly off from what you feel for your body to be seriously thrown off balance. But Thomas has made sure that this ride's vision and motion are perfectly synchronized. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you've managed to synchronize that. I'd love to actually give this a go and get on the ride.
While Otis prepared to see if he could hold on to his lunch, I was meeting another company that also thinks there is an alternative to the traditional iron rails roller coaster. Andrew Brown leads a team at Holovis. They've come up with what they call dark rides.
Oh, cool! Our seat's shaking!
This is the Motion Dome. It uses hydraulics, surround sound audio, and a massive screen to trick your brain into thinking it's moving.
Oh, whoa!
We're sitting on a 4-actuator seat base. All the actuators act independently and they're synchronised to what's called the motion profile.
As we were almost completely surrounded by a screen, my body was responding as if I was on a real roller coaster.
Yeah. So we're doing...
Oh!
Yeah.
Actually feel a little bit queasy, but this is good. It feels incredibly realistic.
Speaking of realistic, it was time for me to ride the world's first real roller coaster enhanced by virtual reality.
Okay, we're going. Yeah, we're going. All right.
This animation is exactly what I was seeing through my headset. Sensors on the wheels constantly tell the headset where it is on the track. This means that the pictures and the G-forces I experienced synced up perfectly.
Oh, this is amazing.
Every swoop or dive I felt on the ride happened simultaneously in my display.
It works so well.
And it led to some genuinely surreal moments.
I'm on a pink dragon.
I was feeling the G-forces that only come with a real roller coaster, but the virtual reality took that experience to a whole new level. Obviously, the technology isn't limited to elephants and mice. You could be fired from a cannon or fly a fighter jet just by changing the animation. It was incredible.
So how do you like it?
I've got to say, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Fantastic. You've added such a huge dimension to the ride.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. With people demanding ever harder, faster, and more exciting thrills from their roller coaster rides, it seems the world of technology has found an answer. Brilliant.
I'm going again. I'm going again.
And now onto a roller coaster of emotions. You might think that these slow motion people look happy, but you'd be wrong. Compared to how you would feel after winning the legendary Gadget Show competition, they're having the worst day ever. Because look at the size of this prize bundle. Right, let's kick things off with high-end televisions. A 65-inch curved 4K smart TV with a wireless keyboard and a 32-inch smart TV. Plus a 2TB Sky Plus box with a year's subscription to Sky's top TV package. A next-gen Dolby Atmos surround sound system, a UView box and Roku free media streamer. 12 months of Virgin's top-speed broadband package available in your area. A year's subscription to Spotify Premium. And a luxurious Lazy Boy-powered reclining chair to enjoy it all from.
Snap away all day long with a Sony a6000 mirrorless camera with 128GB Extreme SD card, a Nikon compact rugged waterproof camera, and a DJI Phantom 2 Full HD drone. Plus, for those moments when you're getting a little more active, a GoPro 4 Black Edition with smart remote, LCD backpack, and 64GB micro SD card.
Next, we've got pretty much every console you need. A PS4 with camera pack and PlayStation TV, an Xbox One with Kinect, TV tuner, and 12 months of gold membership, a Nintendo Wii U and 3DS XL, games for all the consoles, plus an Oculus Rift VR headset as soon as possible after launch.
Next, overclock your life with these high-end computers. A Dell XPS 13 laptop with leather sleeve and Office 365 Premium for a year. A 27-inch iMac with Retina 5K display and a Magic trackpad. An Epson all-in-one wireless printer. And an Intel NUC Core i7 mini PC with illuminated keyboard.
And to keep you going on the go, a brand spanking new iPad Pro with smart keyboard and Apple Pencil. An iPhone 6S Plus with £250 of iTunes vouchers. A Kindle Voyage e-reader and an HTC One M9 with dot view ice case.
Stop! It's music time with this audio ensemble. A Sonos soundbar with subwoofer and 5-room wireless music system, a UE Roll waterproof Bluetooth speaker, a pair of Bose Bluetooth on-ear headphones, Beats in-ear headphones, and Jabra Sports Coach wireless headphones. Plus a DAB Wi-Fi internet radio with Spotify Connect.
And keep yourself fit with a Fitbit Charge HR Sports Band and an Apple Watch Sport.
Transform your home with all this domestic kit. A Bosch washing machine, a Dyson cordless vacuum cleaner, a Smeg fridge freezer, an app-controlled coffee machine, a Samsung smart oven, a Kenwood all-in-one food mixer, 1 month self-storage to put all your prizes in, and your very own 3D printer. Plus, because we know you're such big fans of the show, we're also giving away 4 tickets to Gadget Show Live 2016, including premium super theatre seats, to be taken on any day during the event between the 31st of March and the 3rd of April at the NEC in Birmingham.
And to cap off this tremendous haul of booty, we're also giving away some tech to keep you moving. A giant 29er mountain bike with foldable helmet, Garmin bike computer and Blaze laser light. An Apple CarPlay in-car entertainment system with Pioneer speaker package. TomTom's top-of-the-range Go 6100 sat-nav with world maps. A Garmin dashcam and a premium Co-Pilot Europe app for iOS.
And you're gonna need somewhere to put all your brand spanking new car gadgets, right? So how about a brand spanking new Toyota Aygo X, brought direct to your door with that new car smell?
It's another absolutely audacious amount of technological goodness worth over an incredible 35 grand. Yes, that's right, £35,000.
To win with a chance of winning, all you have to do is text GADGET to 85555 or call 0902 055 5000 or post your name and contact telephone number to The Gadget Show 2203 PO Box 7557 Derby DE1 0NP.
Text costs £2 plus 1 message at standard network rate. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Lines close at midday on the date shown on screen and 3 days later for postal entries. For rules, go to channel5.com/win and we'll repeat this information again at the end of the show.
Now, before the break, here's a quick look at a gadget prototype for the men among us. The Scarp promises to be a radical new way to banish those tragic hipster beards. It is, quite simply, a laser razor. A tiny laser slices through your stubble without the irritation and razor burn of a plain old metal blade. Gentlemen, the future has nearly arrived.
Right, moving sharply on.
Let's do this!
Hey. After the break, we meet a trio of YouTube stars.
We just used to mess about.
And possibly the funniest versus challenge we've ever done.
Down here with my rod in the water.
I like the sound of that.
Welcome back to The Gadget Show. Now it's time to look at the internet sensation that is the Yogscast YouTube collective and a trio of their biggest stars, Hat Films.
Hey, we're Hat Films.
We're Insomnia 55.
Let's do this!
In September, the Ricoh Arena in Coventry held one of the largest gaming festivals in the UK, Insomnia 55. And one of the main stars of the show are British boys Hat Films, and we caught up with them en route to Insomnia, fresh off a transatlantic flight from Seattle.
10 hours later, and we're going to Coventry.
Hat Films are part of Yogscast, a YouTube collective of vloggers who specialise in gaming content. Yogscast is nothing short of a phenomenon, and every day, 600,000 hours of content is watched by its fans.
I'm Mark Turpin, I'm the CEO of the Yogscast. What's happened is traditional linear TV hasn't spoken to the interests of the millennials, the kids. They've all been given tablets that can watch what they want to watch. So when mum and dad have the TV on, they can be watching content that's interesting to them. And that then means that the content feels more intimate and more like a fun friendship.
Along with countless other online stars, the Hat Film Boys plan to meet as many fans as possible and play a whole bunch of games. Famous for their Minecraft and GTA videos, Ross, Chris and Alex are 3 of YouTube's biggest and most prolific stars. With over 800,000 subscribers, they receive millions of views. They are massive now, but their first ever vid was an inauspicious start.
We began in 2009 and we made a trailer, which was basically a little short.
We just used to mess about.
We just wanted to laugh. We had no idea you could make money on YouTube.
Yeah, it was a huge risk for us. It was the last year of uni, and we started doing Minecraft content, and it was going reasonably well. It was not financially stable for 3 guys at all.
Do we keep going with YouTube, or do we get real jobs?
Yeah, and we decided to try YouTube, and thankfully we did, because it exploded from there. All the official Minecraft trailers were done by us.
How'd you come, sir? We're now in Coventry.
Hey.
Last time we came here, they had a huge gaming room set up inside the main room. And this is where people just game all night long.
As the boys entered the arena to press the flesh, the reaction to their presence was something only rock stars experienced.
A convention like this usually comprises us of sitting down at a table and signing for 2 hours at a time, then have a little break, have a wander. I can't do that.
So what makes these guys so popular?
So we do what a lot of people call Let's Plays, right? So imagine the three of us have a radio show, but instead of just audio, you're also watching them play a game.
Whoa!
Remind them that it's a dangerous place around here.
Look at this.
What the? It's a really angry zombie.
We have a continuous patter where we talk backwards and forwards, have jokes.
We've got ourselves a juicy mine here, guys.
Oh, we can sell this right off.
Oh,
I found
indeed.
Hang on.
And we're terrible at the game.
Terrible at the game, but we're kind of funny, hopefully. It's really good to meet the people who are actually watching our stuff.
I think it's hard for YouTubers in general because it's quite a detached thing. You know, we make content on computers and we do not see an audience. We're not performing on stage. We do at these kind of things, but we don't see our audience, we see numbers. And when we come to something like this, suddenly we have people that know everything about us coming up to us and wanting photos and signings. It's amazing, really.
That's what makes it so accessible.
Some might say they're the One Direction of the gaming world.
I find it very strange after talking to them and getting photos and everything. My mouth has gone like very dry because the stuff that they make is just so brilliant. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting them. And
it's because it's sort of like we know them already, but to actually meet them in person, it's quite different.
It's about 10 to 12. We've still got an hour and 10 to go, but it's going well.
People come to conventions like this to be together with the people they've never met before. They could have been friends for years online, never even seen each other in real life, come here and suddenly they're best friends, you know, they know everything about each other.
Basically, I met these in October at London Comic Con, and I met this guy about 2 hours ago when I picked him up from his hotel.
I always felt isolated at school because I was the only one doing gaming and none of my friends did gaming. But I managed to make loads of friends when I came here.
Yeah, and me and Hannah met today.
Now she's like my BFF.
Yeah.
That's the thing with YouTube is it's not competitive. You're not fighting for a TV slot, say. Everyone can watch anything on demand, so you know it doesn't really hinder us in any way to work with someone else.
YouTube's changed our lives, hasn't it?
Yeah, like since 2011 it's changed, massively.
It's also changed the world, really.
Yeah.
It's people like us doing what we want to do on YouTube, making stuff that we really enjoy, and no one's telling us how to do it. You know?
Thanks, guys. And now it's back to us, because it's time for the finale of our Versus Challenge.
And I would be grateful if you can laugh.
In round one, Amy narrowly lost her text translation trial. Now I had to interpret speech.
The scary but fictional German boss, Jochen, would give a briefing to his fake staff.
I'd provide an English feed to half of them.
Dies der Welt bekannt zu machen.
The business year of 2000.
While the rest would hear pro-interpreter Kirsty, who usually works for top politicians. The staff had to answer questions relating to the briefing. They'd only know the answers if they'd heard an accurate interpretation, so the winner would be the one whose staff scored the most points.
I've got a brand new feature for Skype, which enables you during the conversation to have an instant translation from someone that doesn't speak your language.
Right now, Skype Translate is a prototype, but it's being released at the end of 2015, and it promised to be my saviour.
Kann ich bitte ein Kaffee haben?
Can I please have a coffee? This is brilliant.
We were in business. Game on.
Our Skype link right in front of Jochen is going to real-time translate his German. I'm then going to read that out as quickly as I possibly can down here into the ears of our 5 staff members on our team. What do you think?
I like the sound of that.
Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
And welcome to our annual closing meeting.
I hope you are as excited as I am about this meeting.
And I hope that your wife, or as large as always, son.
It was a shaky start.
Kolleginnen in Norwegen.
But while we didn't know it, we were also giving our staff the correct answers they needed.
The office with the best performance.
War das in Schweden?
Was the one in Sweden.
Was in Sweden.
Our most successful products are
tablets.
Tablets.
Or tablets.
However, Skype Translate was temperamental. It mistranslated.
Laptops.
Laptops.
Aftertops.
red words in German instead of English,
und Festplatten.
And Festplatz.
And hard drives.
and sometimes jumbled up their order.
This will be a separate it for lunch.
Nonetheless, we persevered.
My secretary told me at this point I should best tell a joke.
Wer verdient seinen Lebensunterhalt?
Who earns his living?
By driving away their customers.
Ein Taxifahrer.
A taxi driver.
A taxi driver.
Das ist komisch, da es stimmt.
That's funny. Because it's true.
And now, a few more general news.
In March, I will be resigning. As I'm getting older, my passion for my favourite hobby is intensifying, and that is fishing.
Und ich möchte mehr Zeit.
And I want to spend more time with my rod in the water.
It felt like Skype was stitching me up. I just hoped the meaning was getting across.
Und ich freue mich darauf.
The most important thing is to say at the end, maybe. That's my intention, is to expand our position as the world's most popular gadget manufacturers by pushing into the new segment of scratching.
Vielen Dank.
Thank you very much for your time.
For your time in March 2016, again before you speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm crying. That was ridiculous. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
The staff, some of whom had for some reason found it quite amusing, left. All we had to do was mark the questionnaires and reveal our fate.
Well, Kirsty, the results are in, and out of a possible score of 55, you got 52.
It's okay.
Giving us a little bit of room for manoeuvre. What's our total, Amy?
Our total was 43.
So you should feel really good about that. You did a fabulous job.
We may have lost, but I couldn't believe that we got within 10 points of Kirsty. I reckon Skype Translate is a bit of a hero, and definitely good for a laugh.
But you can, of course. I also sent me another thesis. Well done, Kirsty.
Yes,
Thank
well
you.
done.
It was great fun, I have to say.
OK, that's it for this week. Remember, if you've missed some of the show or any previous shows, then check out Demand 5.
But don't dare turn over, because here's another chance to get your mitts on one of the most famous competition prizes on the telly. And this time, we're not only giving away a shed load of tech, but also throwing in a brand spanking new car. Yes, that's right, a car. A prize haul worth over an incredible 35 grand.
To enter, all you have to do is text Gadget to 85555 or call 0902 055 5000 or post your name and contact telephone number to The Gadget Show 2203, PO Box 7557, Derby, DE1 0NP.
Text costs £2 plus one message at standard network rate. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Lines close at midday on the date shown on screen and 3 days later for postal entries. For rules, go to channel5.com/win. Goodbye and good luck.
And the Gadget Show's back new next Monday at 7. Brand new tonight, have they finally turned their back on their shady past? We meet the millionaire shoplifter on benefits at 9. Right after a rooftop rocker schools for our finest force here on Channel 5 in New Police Interceptors. Coming up next.